4.
Almost mo yen say
4 na 4-0.
Na 4-0.
Because we are showing 5-2, 4-0, 3-2.
To the way so na 4.
So na 4. But Madrid for say La Liga no mo na beje.
Fancy ya ba ma be kire nyoma mi no abji tumi say Real Madrid might be winning this Clasico.
Madrid be she Barca.
Me say ya ba ma be kire the reason why Real Madrid might be having a chance to win this Clasico. Nyoma mi no ma be kire wa de krude. To the Premier League. Fancy top 4 race ni mo ya ye. Now
the top 5.
Is it the top 5 crowd? But metra first, second, third no ato baby. In the shape of Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool. Near Barca, Newcastle, Chelsea, Aston Villa. Now, and Nottingham Forest. Now, all those 4 teams no more play 2 positions, which is the 4th and the 5th. Newcastle bebo Chelsea beba so. But then Aston Villa bebo Bournemouth. Aston Villa quite way to Bournemouth, but o check the points gap between Bournemouth. And then Aston Villa now Bournemouth also feel say a no more an opportunity to close the gap. Because we pay Europe abo. On me remove the Conference League. Eti ono no wo Sesharak bet me aboy a table now, you'd understand what I mean. Then you look at maybe a 54, 53 points. No, 3 points. Because Aston Villa was 60 points. Aka how many matches? Aka 3. So Nyame adom no mo na de anyway aka say aka 2. So they could literally close the gap, getting to the end of the season. Said the be on betimi clock fancy an European stage. So check a points gap na 53-60. O Timisha Aston Villa na obeko 56. 4 points, 2 games aka. Now Aston Villa no so share any say ono no was 60 points. Ono the otoso 4th. In Newcastle no Chelsea no points gap na say 3. And then Newcastle so no Chelsea na day. E bo mo hunti bibia betimi aye day. E see that particular. So mo mienu kra board draw kra no ne sha. 1 point gap. Okay. With 2 games aka with the league nim. Aston Villa cannot afford to lose today's game against Bournemouth.
So Bournemouth no so nya Europe no so pay.
Ono so nya Europe na but no but be realistic the man no. The Conference League which is the 7th position.
Yeah.
Be realistic the man no.
So betimi say Aston Villa party no.
Betimi say Aston Villa party no. And Aston Villa will need to play their A game today against Bournemouth. So more person more in the discussion to qualify for the Champions League. Say Aston Villa lose ne Champions League slots na beka teams 3 na pre. Abeka teams 3 and they pray. But when you look at Nottingham Forest, on never go against Leicester City, fala the mano. Leicester City she 2-0 nano. But I don't think so. Omo bet na fie. Ashe say Leicester City and be sure my will play Champions League slot. It's very likely say you read this particular weekend matches mo. And I am konyen ko remu abra Chelsea Newcastle be bono. Na bia me no ka say fancy. Na Aston Villa could be a 63 and a 61. Maybe akwakunya Nottingham Forest no kuta 64, meaning I was a Chelsea in Newcastle omo ye omadwuma yi no mudinya the resource. And on as 2 games na beba so no e me remfi say Newcastle Lancashire atena fie abo high profile games this season no one with the number of goals on match because some more 5 wins in a row e wo fie Asana Adeba. They've played high-profile games against top teams. Almost St. James Park this season, but it's difficult for such teams to even get results. They press so well, they create a lot of chances, and no more good strikers on the ball at net. But a player back home mobile fin for this particular game due to the physical nature of Lavia, Caicedo, and what the middle of the park no, Joelinton, because Joelinton are quite. But and also say Chelsea so benya na fofofu because Isaac, Anthony Gordon, Willock mo, Sandro Tonelli.
Yeah, also na fire na
eko. Also na fire na chances na eko no. But first he realizes statistics be this season. Unim say Chelsea tend to create more. Enya more XG. Wo games more possession wo from. Anytime at Chelsea be 65% and above and 60% and above biano. And no more XG no form. But what checking games at Chelsea abo be 43, 45, 47. XG ni jina be 3.7. Sa bo no so na Enzo Maresca say ono on peno. Maresca ne pese team ni possess it. Because check Chelsea last game you boy against Liverpool. Chelsea a lot of transitions, no more defending, no more counter, more defending, and that even made them better. Correct Chelsea game Omubetia Wolverhampton Wanderers at Chelsea share Wolverhampton Wanderers by 5 goals to 3 or 2. Share the number of transitions at Chelsea and counter attacks at Chelsea call Omudi share the goals. Against Newcastle. The match Chelsea for Benya Arechichere game we muso betima bibi ni ese. Newcastle enter say Chelsea possess ball in tia omo.
So meje ball na ball.
They will press and they will have to play. But maybe so Newcastle so Benya aboto yem say game we betima bibi. Ejin omo 3 players no more anymore no so. Anthony Gordon, Isaac, and whoever is going to start on the right hand side. Either say Willock Beko, Miguel Amiron, obi obebo hubiano or Behadri. Murphy defends so well in terms of the transitions. This is a game about both teams to score. A very high scoring game because we'll be very risky. Newcastle are champions. They already have a place secured in the Europa League. Debbie, what did the year for Cup? You don't go to the Europa League. The FA Cup.
So Jacob Murphy and then have a bounce.
And they have the bounce.
And
have the bounce.
Isaac.
I have the bounce. No, done.
No.
Brutal. No, Leicester City. No, or Kelip. Or Bombrika brutal. High energy.
And I remember you more cheer for Mubono. But they are shilling them.
But fancy game we pass at Chelsea very in a pie doubt. Yes.
But somebody can't catch Chelsea to me share Fulham and Everton.
You see, Fulham game.
And a Liverpool.
You see, they are
9 points after the 3 games.
Fancy for Fulham. I don't even have anything to say because Marco Silva no to me turning up anytime to be called for any time. Me Fulham team way there. And a Liverpool team, you met a team and a league no wajewi.
Oh, say MD.
What did they mention?
I'm line up crana.
What I say? But me who Newcastle are open trophy against Liverpool. Me who Newcastle are open 3 points against Man City. Me who Newcastle are open 3 points against Arsenal. Me who Newcastle open 3 points against Man United. Fancy and better. When they decide, they said this is a game we want the 3 points. They will press you hard, especially when they are playing.
And I think out of the 6 matches now, right from near fan from Fulham, Everton, Liverpool, Newcastle,
Man U,
Nottingham. No. Maybe full say match winner.
Match winner dimpa.
Yeah.
Match head dimpa.
Final number the man Liverpool 1 billion a day.
Because Nottingham they so more I be due to the fact to say how he laugh for also boy run no espiritu trim. Getting to the latter stages of the season. Omo pay coach for the club World Cup. It is either Marco Silva or Fulham and Nuno Espirito Santo. It's almost to sikatu na boni say bam. But Newcastle will want to play the Champions League again because of the experience. I don't know. Fancy now about Champions League. PSG aba goodison. When you're Dortmund, walk about Dortmund about boys fancy and Yagoro, they will have to be there again. And Omuji EFL Cup no must qualify for Champions League. I think it has been an everyone say 8/10 or 9/10 season for Newcastle. Per their level, any of the how.
Because no man can show
fancy for Newcastle at home. I won't stick my head out for Chelsea.
Okay.
For Newcastle at home. Because some of them, I know they create an intimidating atmosphere. A been an hour story and hour can.
They almost bantama.
Free drink. They will create an intimidating atmosphere. This is a game where both teams to score over 2.5. But I think I'll give Newcastle a 55% chance in this particular encounter against Chelsea. Not Yambesha Leicester. Make for double chance for Aston Villa against Bournemouth in that particular game. It's area this weekend, no. Now fancy be na Chelsea. More here some of the United never qualify. United susu game no year on the 18th. Fancy. Ubo United 18th. United were just 3 days to the Europa League final. So I'm sure that game need
some game quite me sure some be losing.
Some game need United
will Premier League in the
one fan cry.
Anna me sure say Amorim Krabesan kwa risky place.
Debi. Oh yeah, full squad. for sa final go final no hu hia no che bibia
ba mo de kokwa sa say kwa Europa e Europa kwa na Jose Jima ma mo se mo mpe Europa no
fancy a route to Champions League. It is a route to Champions League. It is fancy.
So Champions League needs na money abre no.
O money abre papa. Shadow Akema Syria quick ni enko.
Ayenko la Liga ni emrefi.
Syria no. And the last year Juventus bet me play AC Milan into the discussion for the top 4. Because o check hwe league for ne de Inter Torino big game. Ye ba be discuss it. Napoli beko ebobo fie ti Genoa. Let me say this straight point blank. Napoli be share Genoa ofi. A quick win. 1-0 and I be a 2-1. On be show mo. Whatever way omo de be win this game be against Genoa but they will score. Inter Milan against Torino. Inter Milan be kwa away. I think Torino said an splendid this season. Said they minim Torino pa no this season. Bologna na abeji Torino ani munyam this season. From last season e dey bano. So I think for safe thing there Inter to win that half against Torino. A bet man end 1-1 and even 2-1 in favor. But pretty safer for Inter to win that half. See a Champions League, they know they are playing the final. Final also actually 31st. It's a match with omu bench players, omu with full squad, and they are bringing in a lot of confidence. I feel omu be attacking league, no. So bet me agent the account. So they'll come with full players. It's Inter to win either half in this particular encounter. Then away from the top 4 na same ni Milan akoshe Bologna. So the table the difference between Milan and Juventus is 3 points. And then Milan team boy do this stage. And I think Sergio Consensa why here. With the subsequent wins now Milan and Nyatwa so go Juventus board draw. No elusu bako, no draw bako. It will Milan and Milan was 60 points with 2 games to go. Now last year also baby Odano also was 63. Juventus was 63. So Mumi and only board draw can about 4 points difference between Omuni AC Milan. Let's not forget. Since you see another Bologna, the Bologna also focus be what the Coppa Italia final or something. Because when you win the Coppa Italia, you qualify for the Europa League. It's a more dream how to go to the Europa League. It will have Milan, Fiorentina, Mona Namasie, but who say Roma so ye day. And Roma consistency no 18 solid games without a single loss. Claudio Ranieri ne Paulo Dybala and Sulemo adena mo ye wo Rome hono Pellegrini Manu Kone Indica they are getting the results for them. And I think everyone win for AC Milan ebe mo ma ye highly hopeful say Juventus ne Lazio ba ko be drop points. It is the last 2 games to get the top 4 of the Serie A. Very difficult. And no sunu mu aye de pa. But me jitu me say Lazio ni Juventus. Sa game no corner under. Ebetima 0-0. Ebetima 2-0. Ebetima 1-0. Ebetima 1-1. Ebetima 2-1. Ebetima corner under 4.5 in that particular game. Goes in PM bebre. But Medica catch say Inter to win in that half. Napoli be renew fee. Roma and Atalanta. Ebetima ko sa game no 1-1. And also Ebetima ko under 3.5 or under 4.5. Roma win game crown and Roma won 2 and 3. 1-0. Not the way we o defend so well. Ade ba ko wo mo team ni say den pa so be shom bebre. Ti no so ye Andes. But I strongly believe say last year no Juventus dey there and so me the Andes no e dey amount.
Savage o season.
On person mo savage o season. On bo so top 4 ni mo ye den ba fancy. Say league no obi beje and our own team nje no a weekend way. La Liga no. Say obi beje league no a won je no.
A classic.
A classic way.
I was a Barca coach in the press conference. And some of the stories said by so fair no Gerard Martin never started. Balde Lewandowski, but I'm say Omon started. Sanis. Yeah, but of all, so but me ka classic na sem. Me catch us nyoma me no ameji to me say Real Madrid will have a chance in this game. 1. The number of days Real Madrid dey nya akonya dey arrest ya Barcelona dey abesi sabre. Real Madrid dey nya 1 week rest. Barcelona bought an intense game against Inter Milan.
Bought 120 minutes.
Some travel here.
Wait, one and about 3 times before this. When you are that channel, and when the Inter Milan here and right here and wrong. No one's had a mistake Sunday. Hey, fancy. as was what was 4 what when na man akobo 120 minutes as abe show the tosu me
na say na chana no say Madrid ma Barca san shire biem dia
fancy
o ma sapa
na say players no we nye coach ball we nye coach ball enye coach ball kra
so the tosu me no
Carlo Ancelotti beja team no wa ko nti players no more Real Madrid ne betina say Carlo Ancelotti last classical game yengu nani ma say Ancelotti last classical ni almost he is the father figure to them. Now they will also want to win the league for Ancelotti and San Obeja wako game nini San Yoma 2 nini and San me the wako wachi say obeso hunu they make in terms of the way Real Madrid will need energy in this game moment to utilize more energy near the second half of the Copa del Rey final. That man to man marking now Real Madrid with Adagula the number of chances they created in that game.
And then account and no show.
And the thin line between Barcelona and Real Madrid in terms of that resource, no fancy. And then I'm asem no, asem. But I know what I say. Between the two teams, Barcelona are the favorite. We are Denya Barca the favorite.
Yeah.
Because on about 3 times, well who to 3 times. And yes, what who.
But who? Oma tinya Madrid.
Oma tinya omo bruta. Oma omo basa. Oma omo 5-2. Oma omo 4-0. Oma be omo 3-2. Just when Real Madrid thought say game wey dey real 2-1, ya baje Copa del Rey na Barca for ye nie. Keke kun. Na
Kofi Asasa.
No ma pie, no ma jade ne dey film say pen. But I don't think it will be a 4th time. Fancy. Personally, Barcelona are the favorite for this game. In terms of resource, in terms of form, in terms of players, because Lewandowski, any even clearing Mbappe Pichichi, o cheke Yamal, bona or boni say, akuda no one and cost of no. You akuda no akuda boni. Or for one another than to say so. But you know, both whistle no near Kojina Park, and so when you asem, now one of me believe he said, Fancy sir, Real Madrid better now. What yes, so say 4. No, how would you feel? Nena krano ko 2 dice kra se 2 tata kra na 2 dice. How many times kra na probability ni say 6 ne kra be ato aso be 4 kra. And this is where the league comes into the discussion. League na sem no. Fancy this is a game I make for 50-50. Where Barcelona is favorite, I make for 50-50. Both teams to score in this particular game. Anytime goals score, I make for Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe has 8 goals in the last 7 matches.
I don't know. I say Madrid for no. If you so kita the key to this game.
On the kuta the key ni so anta. Adagula.
Mo jeje so.
Another Gula so.
Serebe obetimi anya.
Yes. Oh yes. But Real Madrid they were centre back so the Kobo game we.
Okay, so from Barca bomb game Wednesday me boy. So me find say Wednesday and Thursday and Papa on be Drew Spain. So from Thursday, Friday,
and
Saturday, Sunday, na say in shouldn't do 4 days, Papa.
But Real Madrid
enough so I'm
but Real Madrid so boy say.
So last weekend.
Obo Sunday.
But enough for Barca.
Real Madrid that defia Trinidad.
No, stores are they are bringing out the players. Barca players and Sajitum say Asabia almost suffer from burnout because
yes.
Inter the stretch.
Yes, Inter the nanya physical burnout.
Say so from Wednesday na jono. On be Drew say Barcelona on match cry Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Or China no panyina 4 days no enye enough.
Fancy obi our arrested 7 days.
Okay.
And obi our arrested 4 days. Check the differences. What am I say? There's a different energy. Anna game na Barcelona boy and drain you more physically. Obi obe catch us Barcelona and drain you more mentally be oboase ni who
to me.
Game no.
Me say obi obe catch us Inter Milan game no. And drain Barcelona mentally be and catch ni pa say who oboa.
And then they say Ferran Torres mo nyina je to say affected.
Boys na kasa be kasa I don't know mentally no. You see emotions na see getting to the 90th minute. Emotions na say see after say everybody extra time I go by emotions referee you know yes mentally. It's na make us say game when dey a 50-50 fancy a 50-50 both teams to score both teams to score.
Okay.
In this particular Atletico Madrid, double chance against Sociedad Ufi.